Hey, what's going on, DDO players? Axel here. Let's talk about the lag and how bad of a state DDO is in right now in terms of gameplay performance. You can watch as I talk my thrilling raid experience from this past Saturday. It's not just raids. The lag is far from limited to just being a thing in raids. Although right now I really don't want to run raids at all because of how bad of a state the game's in. DDO is going through just a very tough time right now since the transfers. The transfers went well in the sense that there did not seem to be any major issues with players losing characters or inventories or past lives. I mean, there's been a little bit of that. I've seen some players claim certain things have been lost in their inventories or TR caches or what have you. Well, actually, TR caches they had to empty before transferring, but in their bank and what have you. But for the most part, it seems like it went really well. Like the biggest thing I was concerned about when they started the transfers was that there would be lost characters and such, and there doesn't seem to be basically any of that. But the transition from the 32-bit servers to the 64-bit servers has brought the worst server performance I've ever seen in DDO in my 16 to 17 years of playing the game. I mean, the game hardly works, I think is a fair way to state it at this point. The last month or so, it has gotten a slightly better, I will say. I mean, but it's still a crapshoot. You don't know when you log on to DDO if it's going to work or if it's not. And this is probably primarily because of when I play. I live in the Eastern time zone, so I'm playing during prime time. Like I have a 9 to 5 job, so if I play on weekdays, I'm playing during prime time, or I'm playing on the weekends, which is also it's pretty populated. But yeah, I mean, it's just not good. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than the gameplay is just in a horrible state that's not at all acceptable. I mean, I've wanted to lead raids, and as some of y'all know, I lead raids a lot. I have in the past, and there's been other reasons I haven't been leading raids as much the past few months. I mean, real life is one of those, but really, my little niece moved close to me with some family, and I've been spending more time with them on the weekend, so that's been one reason. But the other big reason is just the fact that raids, like I don't want to run raids right now. They don't work. They just don't work most of the time. At least when I've tried them on the new servers. And some of this is probably because I'm on Shadowdale, and it seems like Shadowdale and Thrain have a little bit more population, so are taking the blunt of this. Cormier or Moonsea seem to be a little better, although I have seen people saying Moonsea's been a little worse lately. But I mean, with the lag, man, I went to play the new expansion this week on launch day, and my first experience in the Capstone quest would have been a lag wipe if not for Gibber's Blade and D-Door. So what's causing the lag? Who knows? Only SSG knows. I'm a bean counter. I am not at all qualified to start talking about what in terms of what technical reasons are causing the lag, and only SSG has the internal data. They've said it's their top priority in fixing. The servers, from what we know, should be able to handle the current player population, which I think is peaking out around, at least on Shadowdale and Thrain, somewhere around 1,000 players concurrent, getting over that a little bit at peak times. But from what we know, the servers should be able to handle that. I mean, Severlin has talked about, and the devs have talked about what this new 64-bit server should be capable of handling. So my suspicion is that the servers just seem to be optimized. There's things in the code. Maybe things are happening because of the transfers. Maybe there's some inefficiencies in the system that need to be worked out. But I think I've seen a lot of people also ask about, well, what's going on? 64-bit servers supposed to be more powerful? And yes, they're a lot more powerful than the 32-bit servers, but that doesn't mean that all that power is being utilized efficiently. And if the power is not being utilized efficiently, then we're going to get lag. Just because the servers have the capacity to handle many more players doesn't mean that all that capacity is being utilized properly. But I mean, it's just a sad state that the game is in, and I'm finding myself spending a lot of time streaming, playing other games. I've been playing through a lot of NES games lately. Shameless plug, but actually I have a second channel for retro gaming, which is Axel Alex K2. I'll link it in the description if you want to give me a follow. I've been posting a lot of full playthroughs and stuff there. of retro games. But like back to the lag, I don't have any doubts that they'll fix it eventually. It's just a matter of how long it takes. And I sure hope, I think the number one fear here is that the solution to this issue to fix it is going to be the creation of additional servers, which is just going to spread out the population more. I hope that is not their solution. Hope they can fix this without adding new servers. That would really suck, because one of the things with the 64-bit servers, the things I was most happy about and excited for was just that it was a de facto server merge. So I hope they can fix it without separating the player base. And the new expansion, Chill of Ravenloft, just dropped this week, and this is a really bad look for the new expansion. I mean, players buy the expansion, but they log on and they can't really play it during peak times because of lag. Okay, maybe you play at not peak times, it's fine, but for a lot of people playing at peak times and prime time, it's lag is like the when I played on launch day, I mean, it was hardly playable. There is so much lag, and it's not. Sometimes it's weird because it comes and goes. Sometimes like one quest will be fine, the next quest won't be fine. I've tried, it seems like it might be a little better if you're soloing, but I don't really know. I mean, who really knows? Because I was soloing on expansion launch day and I was still getting, at least in the capstone quest when I was running, just unplayable levels of lag. And again, it's certainly better from 2-3 weeks ago when I was in Wayloon and I had a 30-minute lag spike or something like that. No, I was in Thrill of the Hunt, I believe, for 45 minutes or to 50 minutes trying to finish that quest, which is what, a 5 to 10 minute quest, but that was because of lag spikes. But anyways, some progress has been made. It seems ships were basically unusable, guild ships, but it seems like you can use them a little bit now. They're more usable, but but the game is still, it's just sad. I mean, I don't know what to say, guys. It's just, the game is just in a sad state. I'm not normally someone who's bothered by lag at all. Like in the past, I grew up playing a lot of really badly performing games, so I don't mind a little pop in, a little hitching here or there, some minor rubber banding. But when it comes to the amount of the kind of lag we're seeing, where you're stuck in place for long periods of time and the game becomes hardly playable, that obviously bothers me. That's completely different. The lag that doesn't bother me that much is like tiny little hitches here and there, but when you can't play the game, that's just really frustrating. But yeah, guys, that's all I really have to say. I thought I'd make a video because I've had so many people ask me about the lag on YouTube comments and also just on my live streams on Twitch. So it's just sad, guys. That's all there really is to say. I mean, I also wanted to make a video on this just because it's far and away the biggest topic conversation right now, and it should be. And the other thing is, if this goes on for too much longer, I'm worried people might just start quitting, because I think there's a point where you just say screw it and quit and you delete the game, and you may not come back for 6 months, a year. You may never come back, and it's definitely a terrible first impression because I know Ravenloft has a wide appeal, and it's just a terrible first impression for anyone that might be coming back to try out the game. And I think they're going to it seems like they're going to release the free coupon code soon, because it was leaked some time ago. Some players guessed what the code was and were able to claim it. So clearly they're going to release the free coupon code soon, which, if you all aren't familiar with what that is, it's a free coupon code that's claimable for a fixed period of time that will give you access to all adventure packs in the game, or almost all of them. Maybe not the most recent ones, or maybe one or two others, but for the most part, most of the adventure packs will be available. Not the expansions, but most of the adventure packs should be available to claim for free. So if you're a free-to-play player, or you just don't own all the adventure packs, then definitely keep a lookout for that. And I don't want players that to come out, and players, the first thing they see is to come in and play a laggy game. It's not going to be very good for retention. And SSG clearly seems like they're delaying. I don't know this for a fact, but it seems pretty clearly that they're delaying putting out that code until lag is a better state. But for those of y'all who really love this game like I do, all I can say is hold on. And if you have games, I hate to say this, but if you have a Steam backlog, you have a backlog of games, this might be a good time to spend some time not playing DDO until they can fix it. But I hate to say that, but it's kind of the truth, and it's what I'm doing right now, spending definitely less time playing DDO until they can fix it. Not that I'm not spending time. I am spending time playing DDO, particularly on Saturdays when I know I'll get a decent number of people who want to watch me on Twitch. But But yeah, I don't know, guys. That's all I have to say. It's sad. Hope y'all just hang in there. Hopefully it's fixed sooner than later. See y'all next time. Have a good one. Take care.